Welcome, race fans, to Sim World Racing Network. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara, and with me, as always, is David Lafano. Dave, what's going on tonight, man? Daytona, baby. I've lost Dave. I have no volume with Dave.
Yeah, sorry.
There we
Yeah,
are.
it's been a while, man. Like I miss doing this. It's been what, over a year since we
Absolutely.
last did a broadcast here for AARL. So
Yeah.
yeah, back at it and Daytona, getting ready for
So,
the season kickoff. It's gonna be
yeah,
fun.
man. Well, yeah. So, and this isn't the season kickoff, folks. This is the All American Racing League and the Quick Finisher Racing League together to run. And many of us have switched over. We're in both leagues now, but together to run the AARL QFRL Fun Race at Daytona. I'm excited, man. I love every time we get out on the track at Daytona. Kind of wish I was in the driver's seat, but ready. I'm really happy to be back in the broadcaster seat, man, because that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and joining forces this season with QFRL and AARL coming together to make this field even better. Tonight, I think we're looking at 12, 13 cars for this kind of exhibition race, which they're gearing up for on Tuesday night. AARL is kicking off the Daytona Duels, so this is kind of a prelim to that, just a little fun race. Get back in the saddle here in the next gen, so
Yeah,
this will be interesting.
and the QFRL season finale their season just finished up with Brendan Mathai bringing home the championship. Congratulations to him. You were in the final four. It was a heck of a race at Homestead. It went caution free with the exception of the stages, but was a really good race.
Yeah, it was fun. It was different to meet these guys over at QFRL. So good group of guys and drivers here. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely, I am too. So, well, let's. But we're here tonight at Daytona. We're going to be going to, and we will be broadcasting the entire All American Racing League Truck Series. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, ring that sucker, and you won't miss a single one. We'll be doing it every Sunday night, starting January the 28th, I believe it is. Is that date right, Dave?
I believe so. Yes, the 28th.
Yeah, that's what the people here at the studio gave me anyway. So, at any rate, let's go on over trackside, Dave. See what's going on.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, here we are at overhead look of the beautiful Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. 2.5 mile high banked oval, high speeds, the draft, everything comes into play here. It's going to be one heck of a time tonight.
Yeah, it's an absolute great night for racing here at Daytona under the lights. To see some of these guys now starting to roll out on track here as they are still wrapping up practice.
Yeah, there's 5 minutes left in practice here. As the cars are pulling back out on the track, looks like they're going to run a little bit in a group. Practice some of the drafting because that becomes very important here at Daytona. And these cars draft a little weird, a little different than what we're used to with like the Gen 6. There's a massive bubble, air bubble. When two cars are trying to push one another, it's hard to get to that bumper. But as soon as you get a third car in that lane, in that line behind you, they can push your bubble and push you right through the bubble of the driver in front of you. And then there's contact. You get that slam drafting that these cars are very, very good at.
Yeah, and even with that bubble too, you can get some big runs from further back in the pack, which we'll have to really watch for tonight. Those runs seem to sometimes come out of nowhere in these next gen cars, so that's going to be fun to watch all night long as well.
Yeah, we're watching as these cars are coming up to speed here. Looks like they're doing some pretty good drafting. Let's, I don't know, man. What do you think? Think we should maybe take a ride along with Mr. Snyder?
Yeah, let's do it.
Buckle up for a ride along with Chad Snyder. So here we go. We're going to get on board here with the one and only Chad Snyder. Chad, give us a little bit of information about what's going on with the car here around this 2.5 mile track.
Oh, how you guys doing tonight? You can probably see I'm in the middle of a hornet's nest here, but this is kind of going to be the name of the game tonight in any race at this racetrack. These cars are really, really darty in the draft, and they get really big runs, so the closing rate's really, really fast. So if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, it's really easy to get caught up in an incident and get put somewhere that, at the best of circumstances, causes you to lose position, and in the worst of circumstances, ends up on your roof. So it's just a really long and stressful race, but these things are a whole lot of fun out here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, for the folks at home, we can hear you. You seem a little winded as you run around this track. It really gets the heart racing, gets the knuckles start turning really, really light color because you're squeezing so hard. What are the biggest three biggest takeaways for winning this race tonight?
It's just going to be survival for the first part of the race. Just trying to ride in line and avoid whatever incidents may happen in front of you or around you. Avoid being in any incident, making any stupid mistakes like I made earlier in practice. I'm not sure if that was shown or not, but just try not to take any unnecessary risks early on, because you have to survive to the end, and then at the end just being aggressive in the right place at the right time and timing your runs the right way to be up front at the end.
Yeah, well, before we let you go, Chad, I want to let you know that we're watching your in-car speed. And I know you don't have a speedometer in this thing. We saw 203.
That's terrifying. So
You're welcome.
It's a lot of fun in these things, man. It's just I'm about to hold my breath for 60 laps, so we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, Chad. Well, thank you for taking a moment to take us around Daytona International Speedway. We're going to go ahead and let you finish up your practice, another minute and a half of it, and we will hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
Appreciate it, guys. Strap in. It's going to be a fun ride.
Good luck, Chad.
That was Chad Snyder, the driver of the number 26 Toyota. I probably should take a look at that. We'll take a look at his car here a second. See, he's got Rebellion graphics on the side of this thing tonight.
Yeah, nice looking paint scheme there for Chad Snyder as always.
Well, that was a lot of fun getting to talk to a driver while they're in the car at 203 miles an hour, folks. That's insane. And obviously this is a simulator, but you don't really think that way when you're behind the wheel in the cockpit, because everything around you makes it appear like you are in an actual car. You may not feel those G-forces as much or at all, but the brain can be very, very tricky when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, and just as well as I, sometimes in the draft here, I mean, we don't have as many cars here tonight, but come next Tuesday, there's probably going to be 25 to 30 cars, and sometimes it can, like you said, it can take your breath away. A lot of times you find yourself holding your breath at times, and you almost sometimes got to retrain yourself to take a breath.
Yeah, I've definitely had those days myself. I love Daytona though. I love the restrictor. I'm old school. I say restrictor plate, but I love these drafting style tracks. Atlanta now is a drafting style track. You have Talladega. Atlanta's a little tricky. But we've come to the end of practice here, Dave. We're about ready to get qualifying started and get this thing underway.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we got about 10 minutes here for these guys to qualify. I think they normally do, 2 laps. Set the field. So,
yep. Well, let's go ahead and
see who can come out on top.
Dave, while we're waiting for them to roll off, let's go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break, pay a few bills, but we'll be right back with you folks in just a second. You won't miss a thing.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, we are back here with the Sim World Racing Network, All-American Racing League, Quick Finisher Racing League, Fun Race at Daytona. I'm excited. They're excited. The virtual fans in the stands are excited. I'm ready to get this thing rolling, man.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a long time coming to get back at it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, so when the seasons end, you run a season, and then it's just like I don't want any downtime. I'm ready to go. And now that we have the both leagues kind of come together, yet still running separate, there is some racing to be had for sure. And it's been a lot of fun running the Gen 6. I'm glad to get back to the Gen 7. Just to, it's a unique challenge, and I'm ready to get back to it here coming up next Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, and for all the fans at home too, the next gen cars or the Cup Series cars, unfortunately are not going to be broadcasted at all for AARL, but myself and the great David Hilberry-Hare will be broadcasting our Truck Series that will run on Sunday nights over at AARL. So looking forward to that as well.
Well, I don't know where great came from, but thank you, Dave. Appreciate that.
Almighty.
Well, I'm hoping to go for another, a consecutive AARL championship. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot tougher than it's been last year and maybe even the year before. These guys are good at QFRL, and joining up with All-American Racing League, the two of them kind of mashing together there, has made for some really great racing in their series, and I know it will in ours as well.
Yeah, I think going into this upcoming season, I think this is going to be one of the toughest seasons I think we've seen in a long time. There's some great talent definitely coming over from QFRL. I mean, Brendan Mathia, for instance, who won the QFRL championship just last Friday. Anytime he shows up, he has just been lights out. So he's definitely going to be one to keep an eye on, definitely over there.
Yeah, 100%, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. So in qualifying so far, let's go ahead and go through the rundown of what we have thus far. I am seeing Brendan Mathia as your pole sitter right now. It's weird the way it's showing up on screen. But looks like Curtis Sauber is his second, Gregory Robinson is third, James Nelson is fourth, Michael Kerjelak is fifth, Alan Bledsoe sixth, Tyrone Yo seventh, Travis Juggles Rodriguez 79 is eighth, and we have some guys who just haven't qualified yet. Haven't taken time.
We see that a lot here at Daytona or Talladega as well, where some many drivers choose not to even qualify and start at the tail. So that's not a surprise for me at all.
No, I mean, and a lot of times the reason that happens, folks, is that it gives you the opportunity to stay out of a big mess early on. Now, with only, 13 drivers? Yeah, 13 drivers. We may not see the big one, but things get close. I mean, it only takes 2 cars to wreck.
Yeah, for sure, and it can happen at any moment. I will see. I think this race tonight is 60 laps, is what I was told. So it's going to be about the same length, about double the length of our duel. I think the duels we are running 30-lap races. So we'll see how. I think the story tonight will be, who's going to be the aggressor. Really, there's usually 1 or 2 at every restrictor plate we run. Who's going to be that aggressor, and how hard are they going to push to try to stay at the front, or will they settle in somewhere and just run some laps? So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm expecting the first 5-6 laps to be chaotic as usual until they kind of find their rhythm and their groove and maybe just turn some laps.
Yeah, and as we see, Chad Snyder's out on track right now, so there, he's a late qualifier there. So let's see where he stacks up here. Looks like he's currently 8th position. As he brings her down to a stop, he ran a 49.38. Second lap was fastest, so all right. That still leaves three guys who have not taken a time, and again, they may choose not to. We've got 3 minutes left in qualifying. They may go ahead and do it. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I mean, right now the whole, the top 10 that have qualified are within, a few hundreds of each other. So, very, very tight here at Daytona.
Yeah, looking at these times, the pole position right now is a 49.33, and then second is a 49.34, third is a 49.34, fourth is a 49.35, and 5 is a 49.36. This is 37, 38, 39. That's the way it rolls through this field. It's incredibly close among that top 9. I mean, you can throw a blanket over those 9. And usually you see those kind of times like when they're running in a draft, right? Because they're running the same lap time. Not so much in qualifying to be that close.
Yeah, very, very tight field. So it looks like we're coming to the end here. We got about 2 minutes left in qualifying. I doubt anyone else will take a time at this point. So it looks like, Tommy Osborne, Michael Boone, and Nathan Christensen more than likely chose to start the tail of this field, which sometimes, it works out. Sometimes it does not. I've been on both sides of it.
Yeah, so we're going to pull up a little bit of the track map here, show you the weather. The weather is 77 degrees in lovely Daytona Beach. Track length is 2.41 miles. At an altitude of 37 feet, if you know how far above the water they are. So there it is. This race brought to you by the folks at AARL, QFRL, and Sim World Racing Network. We thank you for watching. We're going to stick through here to the end and stick around because we will talk to the top 3 finishers of tonight's race after in our post-race segment. So stick around for that to hear what these drivers have to say about their time out here at Daytona. All right, looks like we have the qualifying grid, Dave. And let me back her up a page. Looks like we have Brendan Mathia on the pole with Curtis Sauber in second. Gregory Robinson is third. Larry Stubblefield is fourth. James Nelson is fifth. Sixth, we have Michael Kerjalak. Seventh, Alan Bledsoe.
Looks like rolling off eighth is going to be Chad Snyder in that number 26 Toyota. Tyrone Yo is going to roll off in ninth. 10th will be Travis Juggles Rodriguez. 11th will go to Nathan Christensen. 12th will go to Michael Boone. And rounding out the field in 13th will be Tommy Osborne.
I'm ready to get going here, Dave. Are you ready?
Oh, I've been ready for a while.
I'm waiting for these cars to grid. It doesn't look like anyone's gridded yet.
Yeah, it looks like most of the field has gridded.
Oh, I see them. Okay, so let's see if we can. There we go. Now we're moving about. So we see that 99 target car pull off. Looks like Curtis is running a rookie stripe in that 54. I don't know if it's a rookie stripe or just a yellow bumper, so the guy behind him knows what to hit.
More of a target here at Daytona.
Absolutely. We'll take a closer look at that. I'll show you folks at home what I am talking about. If you didn't see it, we'll jump back here to the far chase. You can see on the bumper there of Curtis's car, he's got that yellow stripe. indicating that he is a rookie, or like Dave said, there's a target for you to hit. Lights are off on the pace car. We are going green this time by, folks. Wanted to run through the field there and name off all the drivers with it, but it's going pretty quick here.
As they're working their way down the backstretch, going to take the green flag this time by out of 4, and we will be underway.
They are stacked up coming out of 4.
Brendan Mathia and Curtis Sabrin are going to lead this field to the green flag as they come on down. Pace car ducks off and they're ready to go.
Green flag's in the hand of the official. Green flag is out. Race is underway. Looks like the 99 is getting a good jump, followed by his partner there in the 48. 48 of Gregory Robinson.
Yeah, it looked like a little checkup there right at the start on that inside line, kind of allowed James Nelson to fall back a little bit. He's now sucked back up to the rear bumper of Gregory Robinson.
Now you got the 75 of James Nelson pushing on that 48. Looked like they were going to look to the inside of the 99 there, but thought better of it because that yellow line is out of bounds here at Daytona.
A big push here by Larry Stubblefield to the back of Curtis Sabrin. They're going to drive themselves to the front of this field.
The cars come by our digger cam. Woo! They are moving.
Yeah, it looked like right there the outside line got rolling. We'll see if that keeps up throughout this race. Right now you're seeing them stack up on the outside now. Behind, I'm not sure who that is in that blue car. I don't see a number.
Looks like that Travis Juggles Rodriguez, I believe it was, that smacked the wall just there. Yeah, Travis is in the 79. That's going to have to be...
That's going to be the 41 of Michael
Kerjelak. Yep. Got a little piece of the wall.
Yeah. There's no number on that car to identify, at least from my view. So I have to remember the blue car is Michael.
Things up front have shaken up, Dave. Curtis Sabrin had taken the lead. The 99 had fallen back to third, and then now he has picked up Alan Bledsoe, I believe, in that 40. Who is in the 42? Well, I have him as the 46. I don't see a 42, so...
Yeah, the 42 is going to be Alan Bledsoe. Yes, you're right. On our scoring, we're seeing the 46, but it is the number 42.
Now the 99.
Big run there. Big run by Gregory Robinson in the 48 to fall in line there at third behind Alan Bledsoe.
Yeah, if you're towards the back, you don't want to get too far back at this point because the racing's been fairly tame up until now.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just trying to settle in on that bottom, try to turn some laps here. You see the 48 there, 54, sorry, of Curtis. He looked like he wanted to go out, and he is. There he goes. He's going to bring James Nelson with him up the outside, see if those two cars can do anything against those three on the bottom. Now you got Tyrone Joe hooking up with them as well.
The 75 and 54, they've raced together for a while. They're very comfortable with one another, pushing in the center of the turn right there. But we're unable to make it happen without, a little more momentum on that outside or closer cars, which they are packed together a little closer than that inside lane is at the juncture in which they're running.
Yeah, it looks like they got four of them up there on the outside lane now. See if they can make any headway. Maybe if they can keep it tight to those door panels, that'll help them progress forward. But I don't know. I think it's a little too early for that
Yeah,
side draft at the moment.
that's kind of an iffy thing, right? What do you do? Do you can side draft someone, but there's this thing called netcode in sim racing that tends to bite people from time to time, where you don't actually make contact, but the systems think you're going to, and can cause an incident. And in order to side draft someone, if they can't hold their line, that can very well happen. Or if you can't hold your line, whichever. As we see, the 54 looked like he was going to be in trouble there, but the 75 allowed him back up. He's down there side drafting.
Yeah, 75 definitely pushing the 54 there through the tri-oval, kind of that little bump draft, which can get a little sketchy through the tri-oval and through the corners here in these cars. So they're going to have to be very careful in how they do it, how they approach that bump draft.
Yeah, we've got Gregory Robinson, Nathan Christensen, and Chad Snyder running this inside line, and they're holding off, and they also have Michael Kerjelek back there. They're holding off that outside line. It looks like Tyrone Yo kind of lost the back of the 75 there. So the outside's kind of falling apart at this point. They're kind of, I say that, but they're challenging for third position, so I don't know.
They're trying awfully hard right now.
75 and 54 are just working so well together that they're getting these big runs on the top two drivers of Brendan Mathia and Alan Bledsoe. Mathia gets go ahead.
We do have a few drivers that have lost the draft. The 79 of Travis Rodriguez, Larry Stubblefield in the 82, Toby Osborne, and Michael Boone are at the back of this pack.
Yeah, and these three guys they're running together now, pretty tight. So I didn't see any damage when they went by. So I don't think anybody smacked the wall. Now, Michael Boone,
we're battling for the lead here. The 75 and the 54 are hooked together pretty good, challenging Brendan Mathia for that top spot.
Inside Brendan Mathia, outside Curtis Suburn. Look like Kurds has jumped up to the high side to run with the 75 of James Nelson and Curtis Suburn.
Yeah, we'll see if these three cars on that outside can battle. But right now, the two-car tandem right there, the 54 and the 75, are making it work on that outside. Just not enough to really get that run to clear, but they are pushing hard.
And I apologize, folks. It looks like I've got time showing rather than the... I was trying to figure that out real quick, but I've got time rather than lap count. So, Dave, I'll need you to give us the lap count every so often if you don't mind.
Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, both of my timers are showing in time, or both of my displays are showing in time rather than in laps to go. So how many laps we got left in this race, Dave?
Oh, let me take a look. Right now, we are running on lap 9, so we are going to be coming to, I believe, 50 laps to go.
60 lap race here tonight. 50 to go at the line. These laps are 2.5 miles, and they're getting around them, in 46 seconds. 47, 49 seconds now. So it's kind of backed off a little bit on the speed, but not much. Well, I say that, and then Brendan Mathia runs a 46.45 with his best being a 46.39. So, yeah, the speeds are still up here. I don't see any tire wear really going to happen here at Daytona. I'd be curious to see what happens under the pit stop. I imagine folks are going to want tires because they do heat up. They do feel a little slick, especially in the draft when you're tucked up behind somebody. It's so hard. You come through that tri-oval, and this car just gets wicked loose from time to time.
Yeah, and it tends to get worse as you wear the tires out a little bit. They'll get a little bit more, kind of back and forth. But it looks like the 54, 75, are they going to clear? It looks like they do.
Are clear.
New leader.
And unfortunately, the 48 got hung out there by himself, but and he helped them push to the front there. But that's the way it works here. Sometimes you got to go. And they've been having a hard time getting around that 99 again once he retook the lead. So any advantage you can get there, you kind of take it.
Yeah, so far right now, it looks like the 54 and the 75 have been working very well together. And apparently, obviously the 99 of Brendan Mathia and the 42 of Alan Bledsoe working very well together as well. So looks like we got a pair of drivers that are comfortable with one another, and it has shown itself early on.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take them to the field. So we have Curtis Sauber is your leader in that 54 Toyota. We have James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry, who's in second position in the 75 Chevrolet. The 99 Chevrolet of Brendan Mathia is third. Fourth is Alan Bledsoe out of Springfield. Is that M.O.? I don't know. Springfield sounds like Missouri or where the Simpsons are from, right? Isn't it Springfield? Anyway.
Anyway.
There's Alan Bledsoe. Nathan Christensen out of Hamilton, Ontario, in his Chevrolet. Got the Ford of Michael Kerjelak. Toyota of Chad Snyder from Fredericksburg, Virginia, in his Rebel Graphics Toyota. Or Rebellion Graphics, I apologize. Gregory Robinson out of Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, in his Chevrolet number 48 Lowe's. Tyrone, and Tyrone did this paint. So this is the Batmobile. He's the driver of the number 2 Batmobile out of York, Pennsylvania. Tyrone, check him out. He's got a lot of cool paint schemes he's been working on. 10th place, we have Larry Stubblefield, his number 82 Chevrolet. Tommy Osborne in the number 1, pushing the 82. He's out of East Lynn, West Virginia. Yeah, I'm from West Virginia originally. Then we've got Travis Juggles Rodriguez in that number 79 Ford out of San Antonio, Texas. Michael Boone is a little off the pace here in his number 5 Doritos out of Midlothian, Texas. That Doritos Ford. But back up front, Curtis and James are still kind of leading the show here. So 48's getting shuffled to the outside. He'll go to the back of this line.
Yeah, and so far, caution-free race, which does not surprise me with this group of drivers. As I say, I thought Curtis was going to go for a ride right there off a turn 4.
Yeah, sometimes those pushes are great until you feel your car sideways.
Yeah, they're great until they're not, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so far everyone minding their P's and Q's. Like I said early on, it was a little crazy. I think people wanting to get to the front, try to stay there. Now we got a huge run by Brendan Mathia to the outside of the 75, and it's going to bring Alan with him. See what they can do with this run.
Yeah, and they picked up that 48, who I thought was in trouble, going to end up at the back of this line.
Yeah, but right there, that's the problem. You see the 99 kind of stall out. The run just wasn't quite big enough to keep that push. These cars will seem to stall out from time to time.
Now, Dave, do we know if they're running any stages in this race? I know it's 60 laps, but are they running any stages?
I don't believe they are. Or at least I was not told if they were.
Okay, so these guys like Larry Stubblefield, Tommy Osborne, Travis Rodriguez, they're running together, but they're running 15 seconds behind this pack. They're going to need this front pack to get into trouble to make up that 15 seconds. I mean, I say that, but we've seen it happen before.
Okay, so as we say that, I check my messages. They will have a competition yellow at lap 30.
Oh, understood. So where are we now? Again, I'm sorry, I only have a timer.
Okay, we are on lap 16, coming to lap 17 here at the line.
All right, so we got about 13 to go. We'll get a competition caution. In the leagues that we run, we will be all running, I believe, in our trucks as well. The trucks we're going to be broadcasting right here on Sim World Racing Network. We will have stages. We'll have stage breaks, stage 1, stage 2, and then you'll have one run to the end from there. It seems to work out well. We did that last year with the Quick Finishers Racing League, and it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, it brings a little bit different dynamic. I think doing it that way, brings it closer to in real life as well, right? So, in NASCAR, in the Cup Series, Truck Series, Xfinity Series, they all run stage breaks, stage points, playoff points. So I think that's what we're going to try to do here with AARL as well.
It's going to be a good season. I know in AARL we're running the 125 or the 150s qualifier races for Daytona. Running a full Daytona 500, a full 600, and you can catch the in-car from several of us. You can see my in-car, the 15, on Tuesday nights at GamerTube Elite, and you can catch Dave over at Behind the Dave on YouTube. Both of those channels will be broadcasting or streaming the in-car, so feel free to check us out over there as well.
And I believe tonight, Chad Snyder is actually streaming his in-car, I believe tonight, over on Twitch at The Hanging Chad on Twitch TV.
Now that's with two E's, right? Z with two E's?
Yes, The Hanging Chad with two E's over on Twitch. He should be streaming there live as we speak.
We have a new leader. Gregory Robinson
there we go.
is out front. He got pushed out there by the 99 and then dropped down in front of Curtis to take that lead. Now the 99 is going for the lead.
99's got a big run. Is he going to leave his teammate of Alan Bledsoe?
I don't think so.
He does not. He stays with him. They're going to stick together.
And they're battling back on the inside. The threesome of Gregory Robinson, Curtis Sovereign, and James Nelson.
They're going to catch the slower car here of Michael Boone. See if Michael stays low. It looks like he's, let's see. And Michael Boone does stay low. Gets down off the apron a little bit here.
Got him three wide. The 5 hit the apron. Oh my Lanta. Woo!
Typically we see the lap cars stay high, but Michael Boone decided to stay low. Caused a little bit of excitement there for just a second.
Got me excited, that's for sure. As the 99 of Brendan Mathia is our leader, followed by Alan Bledsoe. Gregory Robinson's third, Curtis Sovereign is fourth, and Nathan Christensen is fifth.
And looking back through, looks like Chad Snyder kind of staying consistent right there. Looks like he's playing it safe here early on. Kind of hanging out in that 8th, 9th, 7th position. Just kind of hanging on, trying to get through the bulk of these laps and maybe make a run here at the end. But right now it's been all Brendan Mathia and 54 of Curtis have led the bulk of these laps.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it too, is that, like you were saying, Chad Snyder kind of hanging back there. You can learn a lot. Get back there, make a few moves nice and easy, watch what everybody's doing, see who's doing what, so that later in these laps, there's a caution coming. But later in this race, you'll know who you might be able to go with, who you might be able to work with, or what types of moves, anticipate what types of moves they might try to make late in this race.
Yeah, and I think another thing that comes into play is you sit back here and kind of watch. If you're back in the pack, you've seen Brendan Mathia, Alan Bledsoe kind of hooked together. I think if you're a driver looking to try to make your way to the front, you kind of have to be thinking to yourself too, like how do you split these two up? How do you split the combo up and make them work with other drivers? Because right now these two drivers are going to stick together. They're going to work very well and push very hard.
Yeah, watching down the backstretch right there, Dave, I was watching. It looked like the 99 was dragging his brakes. So because the 48 isn't close enough or wasn't close enough to Alan Bledsoe to push him through the bubble. So I was watching the 99, and it looked like he was maybe dragging that brake just a little bit, which is a technique you can use to kind of slow your car down to allow that car behind you to break through the bubble. And when they do, they can just sit there and beat on your back bumper. You're off the brake at that point, and both of you guys are going really fast.
Yeah, and that shows right there. This is definitely not the first time they've worked together. These two drivers have been working together for some time now. They seem to have perfected a lot of this tandem, breaking that bubble. It's an art. You got to figure it out.
Dave, we got pit stops. Looks like Larry Stubblefield, Travis Jiggles Rodriguez, and Tommy Osborne are all on pit road, getting their service before the caution flags. I don't know what
leaders are hitting pit road. Leaders are
on pit road.
I think 24 laps is the most they can run.
Okay, and they were going to 30 before the break. So here we go. As everybody is on pit lane, except for these three guys that pitted a lap earlier, they're exiting pit lane. Oh, they're not very close together. They'll catch up though, I think.
We'll see what they do here. If it's 4 tires and fuel or fuel only. It looks like the right side is going up on the 99. That looks like at least right sides. All right,
Oh,
54 took fuel only. 99 took at least right sides.
looking
So
at the
looks like-
times, that's right. Yeah, so it looks like Brendan Mathieu took 12-second pit stop, though. He may have taken, I don't know,
Yeah,
these.
they took right sides, I believe. Alan Bledsoe, Brendan Mathieu both took right sides and fuel. Everyone else looks to have just taken fuel only.
Very interesting to see what happens here.
So James Nelson will be your new leader. And Curtis Sovereign has hooked right back up with James.
Yeah, these guys have a heck of a lead over the 3 cars behind them, but we do know that 3 cars are faster than 2. What the 54 can do when Michael Kerjalak and Alan Bledsoe.
We've got a caution. Yellow was out. Looks
yellow
like
was out.
Michael. Yeah, Michael went around.
Let's take a look at this, guys. We'll go back to the replay here. See what happened with Michael. Because they're coming through the turn. Michael gets a little bit high there. The 42 gets to his inside of... Oh, it just turns the bumper. Looked like the 41 might have thought he was clear and came across the nose of that 42 car. Just spun him around there. There we have it, folks. There's our carnage. Not much carnage. It didn't look like it even tore up the 41 much at all. Let's see if we can take another look at that wreck. Maybe. Okay, it looks like curds. Let's try that. Yeah, it just gets hooked a little bit. I don't know if the 42 realized he was that far up, and maybe, I don't know, or wasn't expecting the 41 to come down. Back to live action here. 75 of James Nelson is your leader. Coming down pit lane.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They're all coming back down pit lane with the unless they're gonna
4
use
tires on the 75.
Unless they're going to use this as the mid-race caution, I'm not too sure.
Well, see, that worked out for Brendan and a couple of. So Brendan looks like maybe he took 2 tires. He might have come down and taken his lefts and got out first. Maybe fuel only for Kurds. And the 41, who is just a part of this wreck.
And I mean, that's not too bad. You get involved in a wreck and you come back out on P2.
Yeah, no, it worked out really good. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So it looks like Alan Bledsoe had almost a 15-second pit stop. He may have went ahead and taken 4 tires while he was down.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like probably James Nelson, 4 tires. Alan Bledsoe, Gregory Robertson, Chad Snyder, Curtis Sovereign, Tyrone Yo. Rest of them all took 4. It looks like the only ones that maybe took fuel or lefts would be Brendan Mathieu and Larry Stubblefield.
This has been exciting so far. I mean, we only have 13 cars in this race, folks. This is a fun race. It was if folks had time to get on and do it. And it looks like we ended up with 13 people that could do it tonight, come out tonight. And they're putting on one heck of a show. I mean, there's been a lot of passing going on, a lot of use of the outside line to make passes. It's been very exciting.
Yeah, it's been very interesting, to say the least here. A lot of battles up front for that lead position. It seemed like it took a lot longer than I thought for them to kind of get single file and run it out. But I think a lot of times like we were talking, like Chad Snyder said in that pre-race, the runs kind of build and come out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you just take that choice to just take a run and go with it. So very easy. Sometimes if you check up, you cause more problems behind you. So I think that's a lot of the case here tonight. You get a run, you just kind of set it out there and see what happens.
Yeah, and it looks like the lights are out on the pace car, Dave, so we're going to go green this time by, get this thing back underway once again. Huge shout out to my partner over here in the booth, David Lufano, for getting me straightened out. You guys are now going to see the lap count, which is awesome because that time was really, really getting on my nerves. As a broadcaster trying to kind of call a race, not even knowing what lap we're on. So we are the Sim World Racing Network. This is the All-American Racing League and the Quick Finishers Racing League. This is a fun race at Daytona, and it's been nothing but fun so far, folks. Stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. Stick around at the end because we're going to interview the top 3 drivers finishing tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, so we're going to have Brendan Mathia and Michael Kurjalak bring them down here to get this race back underway. Larry Stubblefield now has snuck his way back up into the top 5 after being kind of caught out, and he lost the draft there early on in that first run. So good to see all these guys back up front, back in the draft, and hopefully they can stay there.
Yeah, without a doubt. Pace car is off. Brendan will bring us down to the start. He gets to choose when to start. There we go. Good jump for that 99. The 75 of James Nelson is following in behind. They should be getting together, but this outside is forming up quick. I say that, and then the 48 drops to the bottom. 75 with a great push on the 99 of Brendan Mathia.
I'm going to be looking for this 42 to maybe set to the outside if someone wants to go with him and try to get hooked back up there with the 99 of Brendan.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet if he gets that run to the outside, Brendan's going to go up there. That's a tough move, though. I mean, so if he does that and then the 41 decides not to go with the 42 and sticks in line with the 75 because he knows this, they know each other a little better, and realize that these 2 cars, the 99 and the 46 42 seem to be the cars to beat tonight. At least early on.
So far, that seems to be, but right now they are separated. So we're going to see how this plays out. Along with the 54 and the 75, they kind of get separated a little bit here as well. So we'll see if they can find each other here as the race goes on.
Okay, and if you look back, looks like a couple seconds behind the leaders, you've got Travis Juggles Rodriguez, Chad Snyder, Tyrone Yo. Oh, Tyrone goes up high. And the 79 is going to drop down and follow the 26, followed by the 1 and the 5. Looks like Tyrone's going to drop in the back of this little pack. They were running pretty good together. I guess Tyrone may have gotten pushed out of line there just a little bit. Nathan Christensen has lost the draft completely. I'm not sure what happened with Nathan. It must have been, I don't know. Unless he had to stop for a pit stop because he's over 1 minute. He's a lap down now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I believe that last caution was the mid-race break because we are now on lap 30. They're still under green, so I'm going to keep this rolling right here.
Yeah, and it looks like the pit time for Nathan Christensen was 46 seconds. It looks like he may have got a 40-second hold, likely for speeding on pit lane under the caution. And that's mired him a lap down and unfortunately out of the draft. This group led by Chad Snyder, this group of 4 cars, they're running about 2 seconds behind the leaders now. The leaders are racing, so they're not completely out of contention in this one if it stays green. But they're going to need to go ahead and start making up that distance now, being 2.5 seconds behind. And for the folks at home, I'll go ahead and pull up a track map for you just to kind of take a look real quick so you can kind of see what it looks like on track as to what these the distance for these drivers. Okay, so if you see the pack that has the 99 and then the pack led by the 26, that's what about 2.5 seconds, looks like, from an aerial view. And the 3 is just now middle of the backstretch, all alone. He's going to be in a bit of trouble here soon of going another lap down.
Yeah, that's definitely a lonely feeling out there, being all by yourself.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if we look now at the leaders are, looks like Matthias running 196 miles an hour. Now, let's jump back to Nathan Christensen, he's back on pit lane. I was going to show you how fast he was going under the green, but it looks like he is back on pit lane. Maybe trouble for the 3. Back up front, the battle continues for the 4th position. This back line is spread out too. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe Juggles got a little bit loose there, shot up the track. I saw the battles happening at the front with the 41 and the 82, but I then jumped back and saw that, you know, this group of 4 that was behind them was just like all spread out. So I imagine Travis must have had an issue because he got shuffled out of line and is now running at the back of the pack.
Oh, they're wrecking the 48 into the wall on the front stretch. Harry Stubblefield down through the grass here, through the tri-oval.
No caution,
It's
folks.
still green.
And iRacing will not throw a caution unless a car is in.
And there it is. Caution is out.
It
Caution
did.
is out.
So they went ahead and it looks like that may have been a manual caution because I think he was out of the way. But I understand why they did it. Everyone's back on track and rolling now. Nathan Christensen has left the building. Brendan Matthias, your leader, with James Nelson running second. Michael Kurjalak is in third. 4th is Alan Bledsoe. 5th is Curtis Sauburn. Larry Stubblefield is 6th. Chad Snyder 7th. Tommy Osborne 8th. Travis Juggles Rodriguez is in 9th. Tyrone Yo in 10th. Michael Boone is 11th. Gregory Robinson is 12th. And Nathan Christensen will finish 13th on the night. We are under caution for an incident with the 48 car. Not sure if I could find out what happened to him here. We're going to go back and see if we can find that. Gregory Robinson. I am not seeing his name pop up as any incident, which is odd. Oh, went off the track. Here we go. Larry Stubblefield may have had an issue too. Let's see what happened from Larry's.
Yeah, it looks like Larry had to avoid and kind of had to go down through the infield grass.
So we see the 48 and the 82 here. 82 actually just lost. Oh, the draft there. And the 48 tangles with the 54. The 54's got to have some damage to that front end. Man, that was a hard hit. Let's see if we can take a look at what might have happened back again here. Try it from... Oh, yeah, the 54 just kind of gets into the left rear of the 48. It was kind of an odd contact. And that wrapped up the 54 and... So we go back live. Looks like Chad Snyder is your leader. Chad did not pit. The rest of the field pitted here on lap 35. Chad Snyder stays out to take the lead. Second is James Nelson. So he beats the 99 off of pit lane. Larry Stubblefield comes out in fourth after just having a heck of an issue. Looks like he might have just taken fuel only, possibly right side tires. It's a nice 77 degrees here at the Daytona International Speedway here for this night race. The AARL QFRL Fun Race at Daytona. Chad Snyder is your leader. James Nelson is in second. Brendan Mathia is third. Larry Stubblefield fourth. Curtis Sauber is fifth. Alan Bledsoe sixth. Seventh, you have Tommy Osborne. Eighth, Travis Douglas Rodriguez. Ninth, Tyrone Yo. 10th, Gregory Robinson. 11th, Michael Kerjelek. 12th is Michael Boone. 13th and out of this race at this time, I believe, is Nathan Christensen. I think he's out. Yeah, he's not showing up on my. So we have more folks dipping down pit lane.
Yeah, I think that some of these guys are going to come down and top off here. It's going to be real tight probably to make it the distance. So I'm sure some of these are at least topping off to give them a better shot.
Yeah, and if you're not leading this thing, you can absolutely save a lot of fuel. I mean, we got 24 laps to go. I think they can go by topping off here. I think they can make it.
Yeah, I think the 24 mark was right on the edge. I'm not sure about Chad Snyder and some of these others. Like you said, Chad Snyder stayed out.
Yeah, he put it on lap 25, so he can't make it. 35 laps. He'd have to be 35 laps on fuel. I don't think there's been enough caution flags to save that much. But I've been wrong before on fuel, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out, I guess.
We are the SimWorld Racing Network. This is a fun race at Daytona. I hope you're having fun. We're having fun up here in the booth. First time back at it in a really long time. Looking forward to the All-American Racing League Truck Series that we're going to broadcast every Sunday night. Do you know the time of that, Dave?
I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe those races will probably either start with green flag at 8:35 or 9:05. I think that's still to be determined.
So, since we're not sure, the best thing for you to do is go ahead and ring that notification bell after you subscribe and like this channel, like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the races. You'll be notified as when they're going to start as the pace car drops off, and this race is about to get started here. Chad Snyder will lead us to the green. He's in the restart zone. Chad Snyder gets a good jump. Maybe a little too far for Daytona. It depends on what the guys behind him feel like they want to do about it.
Yeah, good jump for Chad Snyder, but that's going to suck everyone back up. Behind him, we got Larry Stubblefield running second. Right now, pushing Chad Snyder. 75 of James Nelson. Back in the mix up here, running P3 on that outside lane. With Gregory Robinson behind him in that 48 car.
As they head into 3, the battle is on for second place. 3 cars running on the outside lane, trying to make it happen. As we exit 4, same thing's happening. So we have a few cars straggling kind of in the back. They really need to make sure they don't lose this draft. Now, that's a big hole in front of them, so I don't think they have a whole heck of a lot to worry about.
Yeah, I thought for a second, maybe Brendan Mathia and Alan Bledsoe lose this draft. It looks like they have just enough to maybe get back into this main pack. Looks like Travis Rodriguez is going to lose the draft here along with Tommy Osborne and Tyrone Yo Jr.
Yeah, those guys just never did get together. The 5 cars in the wall, the 48's in the wall.
48's in the wall as well.
Wow. They got the outside lane blues, but the 54 and 75 are going for the lead. This tandem has worked well together all day long, all night long.
Ooh, and the 75 of James Nelson leaves 54 of Curtis Sauber out to dry on that outside.
I did not expect that. Unless they just didn't think they could get it together there.
Larry Stubblefield's looking to the outside of Chad Snyder now. That's going to bring 41 of Michael Kurjalek with him.
'75. James Nelson still your leader. Larry Stubblefield's moving to his outside. He's got the push. Now there's 3 cars to the outside. There's 2 on the inside are just they're stuck, man. They're not close enough to make any speed. They're just hoping that Brendan gets up to them. Can give them that push as the 26 kind of washes up the track. 75. Oh, as the 41 drops down, the 75 was able to pull that draft. The 54 is dropping, sinking. He'll be picked up by the 99 of Brendan Mathia and Alan Bledsoe. It's another 2.5 seconds back to this. I was going to say tandem, but it looks like Tyrone Yo's getting in on this. But Gregory Robertson, Tommy Osborne, and Tyrone Yo back here with the 5 of Michael Boone. And Travis Rodriguez is back in this pack. He's catching up to this pack. So when they get together, they're going to have a 5-car tandem. If they can hold it together, they might be able to run down these leaders. But the leaders have kind of settled it out with 19 to go. Running single foul. They might just try to see what they can make happen late in this race.
Yeah, like you said, that backpack of 5 cars trying desperately to stay in line and run this lead pack back down. It's going to be a tough road or hill to climb. But Larry Stubblefield, the name we have not mentioned much tonight, leading. Oh, now he goes to the outside. That's going to open the door for the 41 of Michael Kurjalek to take over this lead 3 wide.
Chad Snyder's back in this thing.
82 and Chad Snyder 3 wide.
As Chad Snyder moves into 3rd with that move. That's these guys are scaring me. We still have 18 to go. I thought they settled down. And you know what? Good for them.
Hey, there's no points, nothing on the line. This is a night to just hang it out there and see what happens.
It's a fun race if you're doing well, and it's not a fun race if you're not doing well.
Oh, if you're not doing well at Daytona, it's a downright miserable race.
Travis Juggles Rodriguez is catching this pack in front of him just ever so slightly, just hanging on to that draft, but he's right there on the verge of losing it. He's going to have to really try to hold on to that 5 car. Well, up front, the 41 leads the 75 of James Nelson, the 26 of Chad Snyder. And then you got the 54 back in 4th position.
Now remember, Chad Snyder is going to have to hit pit road again, where some of these drivers running back a little ways may have saved enough to get there. So I definitely know Brendan Mathia, he pitted last on lap 36 along with Alan Bledsoe, and they're just kind of riding there behind these guys, saving fuel. They may be able to make this.
Yeah, you've also have back in the backpack. I want to say the backpack, but the pack is about 4 seconds back, 3.5 seconds. You've got Tommy Osborne, Tyrone Yo, Tyrone Yo and Juggles that all pitted on pit lap 36 as well. So they may have an opportunity to run if it gets that close on fuel. We see the 54 moving to the outside of the 99 by himself, unable to make that pass. I say that, but now they're door-to-door, a little side drafting going on between the 54 and the 99.
Yeah, the thing that's interesting, if they don't get a caution, Chad Snyder's going to have to hit pit road here very soon to get some fuel in that thing, and there's going to be nobody that's going to have to go with him at this point.
Yeah, he took a chance getting out there to lead some laps, but maybe he's saved enough. I don't know. As the 42 moves to his outside, he better not be saving now because the 99 is with him. 42 and 99 looks like the 54 is going to drop down with Chad Snyder. Leave those two on their own on the outside. Yeah, I don't know what's going on inside that 26 car right now, but I imagine it's might be kicking itself a little bit, thinking there's no way I can make it on fuel. But there again, I don't know how much throttle he's been giving it. You know, he gave up the lead early on. He had the lead, but he gave it up, kind of fell back in the pack, and was riding for a bit, and just happened to ride his way right back up into the. Now he's going to the outside of the 75. I did not expect that unless 42 is jumping out there with him.
Yeah, it looks like the 54 has found the 75 once again.
Oh, the 42 is giving the 26 a big push there in the center of the turn.
Yeah, looking at this, what I was told early on was that the max they could go was about 24 laps on fuel. So, that being said, it looks like most of these guys are going to be close to making it. Chad Snyder would be about 10 laps short. There's
you're not going to save that
road here shortly.
Yeah, you're not going to save that much fuel, I'm afraid. I mean,
right now, by the looks of what just happened, if these three don't get in line, Chad Snyder, Alan Bledsoe, Brendan Mathia, they will lose the top three here. Let's see if they can get back to the to this front pack. Looks like they are.
Yeah, they're closing right in on him now, it appears. As we have our fan cam. Again, you saw all the virtual fans out there just having a good time. I hope you're having a good time at home as you watch this AARL QFRL Fun Race here at Daytona, presented by Sim World Racing Network. We're happy to be here. I'm Dave. That's Dave. We're the Daves.
Now the 42 pushing hard on the back of the 54 of Curtis Sobran.
Yeah, that 42 seems to be a good pusher. When he was behind the 99, he was able to hit.
Oh, there they
turned.
go.
Turned across the nose of the 26.
Oh, no. Back
Yikes.
up into the outside wall for Curtis Sobran. Tough
No.
break.
Yellow flag is out. Let's see if I can find you folks at home a replay of this action. I'm guessing I probably can. This may be a little bit early. We'll see what happens. So we see the 42 is able to bust that bubble we're talking about. Oh, yeah, it looks like the 26 just kind of got a little air off these cars and went to the right a bit. Oh, it smashes into the 54 car. Wow, tough break for both of those drivers.
Yeah, it looks like Chad Snyder kind of drifted up ever so slightly and just, caught the left rear quarter there.
Yeah, 54 is not going to be too happy with that. Chad Snyder comes down pit lane, going to get some damage repaired, I imagine. Probably put some tires on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Get his fuel. He gets his fuel.
yeah, even though, I'm sure Chad didn't want to be the one to make a caution and catch himself a break, but that seems to be how it happened. Perfect timing for Chad to get that fuel that he needed so dearly.
Well, while we're under caution, Dave, I think we're going to go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break. We will be right back with you. The racetrack will be there. We're not going anywhere. We'll see you shortly.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at mygtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
And we are back like we never left. Right here, still under the caution flag. James Nelson is your leader with Alan Bledsoe in second. Brendan Mathias third. Larry Stubblefield is fourth. Tommy Osborne fifth. Tyrone Yo in the sixth position. Travis Juggles Rodriguez is in seventh with Michael Kurjalek in eighth. Chad Snyder's ninth. 10th is Gregory Robinson. 11th is Michael Boone. Curtis is currently on pit road, but is showing in the 12th position with Nathan Christensen in 13th.
Yeah, and this has been an exciting race, pretty much right from the drop of the green flag, but they're going to probably take the green here with about 7 laps to go. So if we thought it was exciting the first 3 quarters of this race, it's about to get wild.
Yeah, buckle your seat belts, folks. I hope you have your 5-point harnesses on your couches. This is about to get wild. I'm here for it. I don't really have a dog in this fight. So yeah, I'm here for it. Let's go, guys. This really gets me excited for the upcoming AARL race, breaking out the Gen 7 cars once again. Haven't been in one in a while. I am ready. 500 grueling miles though, man. That's gonna be something new for us. Running the 500 in it, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna test your patience right there to run 500 miles here at Daytona International Speedway in just a couple weeks.
Dave, let's be honest about it. It's gonna test our bladders.
That too.
If you happen to stumble across this video for the first time, this is iRacing. It's simulated racing. Every driver out here has a cockpit, a steering wheel. And they may not have a cockpit, maybe they have a desk, but they have a steering wheel. They have pedals. Many of them have shifters, the whole nine. A lot of these guys are running in VR, I believe. Or several of them are running in VR. It's as real life as we can make it in a simulator. This is not a game. No. This is the sim world, so this is a simulator. Let's rock and roll.
Lights are out on the pace car, so they're gonna come around here and take the green this time by. I'm gonna try to pay attention here, the back half of this pack, to see if these guys can maintain and keep the draft and keep in this pack. We've seen all night long, every restart, it seems like the backs 5 or 6 cars seem to get separated. So we'll see if they can maintain and make this a full field fight for the win here.
Yeah, you called that right, Dave. They have each and every time just let it drop back. And maybe that's what's keeping them safe, right? So, you have Juggles has been in no trouble, doesn't have a scratch on the car. It's been riding back there for a while. Everybody has enough fuel to actually just go now. And it's go time.
Oh, most definitely it's time to go. It looked like someone just blinked out. I saw someone blink, but nonetheless, pace car is off. And James Nelson's going to lead them down to the Geico restart, and he is off. And
green flag.
Here we go.
Great jump. Great jump by the 75. Again, don't know how much of a jump you want here at Daytona, but as long as he has friends, he will be okay. 99 and 42 are separated. This is the first time all night we haven't seen those guys really
here
well.
It is the 99 to the top.
You could have called that one, right?
Yeah, here comes the 42. Look for a big shot here down the back. Now the 99 stays with the 42. 75 and the 1 hooked together on the bottom.
42 gives the 99 a good shot going into the corner, but the 1 was able to push the 75 back out to that lead. Now let's see if the 1 can clear the 99, get this inside lane rolling.
And the whole field did stay intact here. I believe we lost Michael Boone there, which is unfortunate.
You could throw a blanket over these cars here tonight with 6 laps to go in the AARL QFRL Fun Race at Daytona. Drivers from different backgrounds coming together to put on one heck of a show here on the Sim World Racing Network. So we see Travis Rodriguez make it into that 3rd position. The inside lane just continues to roll. Is that 70, the 99 and the 42 and 82 just can't seem to get close enough together to make anything happen. These front 4 on the inside have pulled out. Looks like Chad Snyder is pulling alongside the 99 now.
Yeah, and these cars drivers we have not talked about all night long, and now at the front here when it's go time. The one of Tommy Osborne now sitting in 2nd. Travis Rodriguez, haven't really mentioned him much. He's been at the back out of the draft. He is now up in P3, putting himself in a great position here in the closing laps with 5 to go.
So it seems like these guys have kind of wisened up to what was happening in QFRL last season, and have kind of said, no, hey champ, well, we don't want to give this thing to you. So it looks like the only friend that the 99 might have at this time is his buddy in that 42.
Yeah, it looks like a freight train on the bottom. Nobody wants to go up there with the 99 or the 42. Personally, I think that'd be my best shot to get to the front, is to hook up with them two who have been very good drafting partners here, but they're still making a little bit of headway on that outside with just 2 of them.
Yeah, you've got some of these guys, like you might see Travis Rodriguez jump up there to the top. If he's going to do it, he would want to do it now. But, and he does not. It looks like he stays to the bottom with the 1 and the 75. Oh, gets a great run, gives the 1 a little bump. Does the 79? 79 gets checked up.
99, 42 coming. There was a big check up.
Yeah,
there.
the one got a little crooked there, and the 79 backed way up off of him to give him room. But that outside lane is now forming up. 3 cars out there. The 99 goes to the lead.
Chad Snyder in the 26 hopped out there. And right to the front. Wow, that little bit of checkup up front was all that the 99 and the 42 needed to get that momentum back in front of this field. 3 to go now.
Yeah, 3 to go. These guys are really going to have to get together behind them if they have any shot of beating those 2, because they are glued together.
Yeah, but I think as soon as they get some separation here, these cars coming up through, they're going to have some momentum here, I believe. They got out to a really big lead there.
But these back cars are going to have to get together. They got a couple laps, but...
Yeah, out of 4, coming to 2 to go now at the line. The rest of this field needs to get together here if they want to take a shot at the 99 and the 42.
And they're really not lining up. I mean, it looks like the outside finally gets lined up going on the entry to 1.
Here comes the 1 now on the bottom.
Helps with the outside. Helps to the outside with the 54. The 26 drops down to the inside.
It's
now
behind
behind
the 75. Brendan Mathia goes up the track to block. That could have been bad.
That looked like it was going to be bad. I was holding my breath. And I'm just sitting up here in the broadcast booth. As the
54 might have been a little easy on him there, but here we go. Coming to the line, we're going to have 1 lap to go side by side through the entire field here.
54. If he would drop down, he would probably, they're both going to drop down. 75 tries to get down there and is going to.
Does. Now we've got the 54 and the 75 together behind the 99.
And we've seen this duo run together all night as well. They are liable to team up and push by this. Got him a little bit crooked there.
Got separation.
42 runs to the outside. He's going to team back up with that 99. The 1's going to go with the 42.
See if the 54 75 can do anything. It doesn't look like they can.
Final lap. We're coming down to it.
Out of turn 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in the QFRL Fun Race at Daytona. Your winner is the 99, Brendan Mathia. The QFRL champion is also the winner here in the AARL QFRL Fun Race at Daytona. What a finish. The 99 and 42 finishing 1-2. Man, that was it's pretty exciting, Dave. What do you...
Yeah, I had no idea how that was going to work out when they all kind of get jumbled up there, down off of turn 2. But No, I mean the 99, 42, class of the field. Pretty much most of the night, they bided their time there early. Later in that run, saved some fuel. But once fuel was not an issue, they just they went for it.
Yeah, man, that was it. That was very cool, very cool. So stick around, folks. We are going to talk to the top three drivers: Tommy Osborne, Alan Bledsoe, and Brenda Mathia. We'll also be giving you a full field rundown, as you can see on your screen now. But we'll be going through that as well as we watch the 99 and the 42 get some burnouts there together. They worked well together all night long and ended up finishing 1-2. Oh, 99 got a little too much of that one. All right, Dave, you want to try to get Tommy Osborne, see if he's available for a comment?
Yeah, I'll go pull him in right now. Hey, Tommy, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got us?
Sure do.
Hey, man. Great run, first of all, finishing P3. I think I was saying to Hillbilly here, you were a name we didn't call much all race long, but there you were at the end when it mattered most. So talk us through your race, how'd it go, and how'd you find yourself in that position there at the end?
I have no idea. I just tried to stay in the back and stay out of trouble, and then caught a lucky break on that last caution and made a fuel gamble. That's exactly what I did. I had a lap left and just got lucky on that one. I'm usually never any good on these plate tracks.
Well, you were good today, good enough for a podium finish. That's awesome. Was anybody in the field going to do anything with the 99 and the 46 when they get linked together? I mean, it looks like there for a little bit, the field, everybody lined up to the inside, and those guys were kind of hung to the outside. And Dave and I were discussing it up in the booth that was going to be the way they were going to beat them. And then looks like something happened with the inside line that kind of got them broke apart, and those guys were able to motor on up to the front. But who was that? Was that the challenge, beating them today, or just not beating yourself?
Really, it was like everybody was good. Everyone, these cars are bottoming out in the turns. And yeah, you can hear them slamming in the turns and even in. So I don't know what was going on. It was like if you drop back a little bit, you could get a big run on the cars in front of you.
Very interesting. Okay.
And I don't know, Tommy, are you going to be running with the AARL come Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
So,
if I'm allowed, if you all let me.
A little bit of test and tune going into the duels on Tuesday. So, yeah, good run, and congrats on that P3.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, congrats on a P3. If there's anybody you want to shout out to, your wife, anybody, just you're welcome to do that now. The floor is yours, sir.
Just my teammates. Those guys, man, every week they help me get better, and hopefully maybe I can do something to help them get better.
Heck yeah, man, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. We'll go ahead and send you back to celebrate, and again, congratulations.
Hey, and thanks again, guys, for letting me run with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, that was Tommy Osborne, finished in third position tonight. And he said he didn't know how he did it, but it looked good.
Sometimes it's all, you never know. So let's go grab Alan Bledsoe here and give him a little shout out. Hey, Alan, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, Alan, fantastic job tonight. You and Brendan work very well together. Looks like you definitely have been running together for quite some time, so that was pretty fun to watch. Talk us through your race there a little bit. Was there a spot in that race where you thought, oh man, we don't have a shot?
No, there really wasn't. I knew that Brendan and I were really good together. And there was one point in which we really had to save some fuel. There was a caution that came out. I think the one that involved Curtis and Larry, if I remember right, came at a pretty difficult time as far as fuel goes. And we were like, if we stop now, we might be able to make it, but we have to, or we'd want to come in the next twice that caution. And it worked. It worked out. But yeah, it was a fun race. We definitely had a difficult time trying to drive through the field a few times, but um, it was a good experience getting us ready for that the dual races. I think we've got a good shot at it.
Yeah, man. So again, congratulations on a P2. Now, I did notice something. You guys were able to manage the bubble very well. Matter of fact, you seem to be able to bust the bubble. And I'm not going to ask you whether or not there was some brake dragging or some technique you were using there, but it was pretty awesome to watch you be able to get to his back bumper without any help. That's difficult in these cars, unless there's either some brake dragging or some maneuvering of the car behind. But that looked like fun, man. It looked like you guys were having a blast and were able to move through the field when you were ready to. So congratulations on a P2. Really don't have a question for you as far as that goes, but is there anyone you'd like to shout out or thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Brendan and Riley. I'm only going to be part-time in this league. I've got another league that I'm going to be balancing a little bit with. Yeah, the dual races and the Daytona 500 are definitely going to be a big deal for us, the whole team. And I want to thank my dad. He's always supported me in every race I run, every broadcast that's got me in it. And ATD for letting me put their name on the car. Brendan, Riley, obviously, I think I've already said that. But yeah, and you guys for putting on a good show for the fans. I'm going to take a look at it tonight.
Very awesome, man. But thank you for getting out here and racing with us. Dave and I look forward to trying to beat you and Brendan in the qualifiers in the 500. So that'll be a lot of fun to try. But no, again, congratulations, man, and we'll send you back.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
That was Alan Bledsoe, P2 tonight, working with Brendan. They put on a heck of a show. But let's go ahead and get into the booth, Dave. Our race winner, Brendan Mathia.
Hey, Brendan, Dave, and Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man, great run tonight. Congrats on the win. That was quite impressive to watch. You and Alan work your way through the field there late in the race on that last run. So walk us through it a little bit. That was fun to watch, man.
Yeah, man. Just moves and counter moves. That's what super speedway racing's all about. So just trying to, on that last restart there, trying to align the stars for us. And, him kind of backing it out a little bit so I could get in front of him, and then we could run it down the back straightaway. And I moved to the high side on lap 59, and we were going to try to control both lanes, but Curtis pushed me way too far out in front, so I had to go defend bottom, and then got a little loose on the backstretch on the last lap, and then Alan's like, I'm coming high, so I said, let's go. So
yeah, so I was going to kind of ask about that, because it looked like late in the run there that when you guys separated lanes, that's kind of what you were doing. There was no pulling down in front of the other, that you guys were just going to try to maintain both of those and then settle it between the two of you there at the end, which is what ultimately happened anyway. That was fun to watch, man. It was fun to watch you guys get together. Maybe drag and break a little to get that bubble busted, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you guys were flying. It was working for you. It didn't look like anyone wanted to work with you two there. I mean, it's kind of tough to be the champ, huh?
Yeah, I figured, outsiders first, and then second, probably not many people's going to want to work with me anywhere this year, besides my teammates, just because they feel like, they might be at a disadvantage if they work with me. I feel like it would benefit both of us. So if they're listening, I think it would benefit both of us. But
yeah, that's kind of what Dave said too. He here in the booth. He's like, I think I would want to work with those guys, because they're going to move to the front. So, yeah. You heard it here.
Yeah, for the duels and the race, it'll be nice because we'll have a third teammate. This track and these cars are really hard to just work with two people. So, if you don't have that third, it's like really, really tough. And so that's kind of what we were just fighting all night. But we did our best and made the most of it.
Well, it definitely paid off, man. Congratulations on the victory here. I'm excited to race against you in this upcoming season, and of course the Daytona race here. That'll be a lot of fun. So, but again, congratulations, and shout out anybody you want to shout out. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys for broadcasting. I get to send it out to people, and they get to watch. So, it's always cool to have family and friends, watch if they decide to. And Alan there for, not being greedy and just trying to race it out between two teammates, nothing dirty. And then, I think that's it. All the admins that threw this league together, and we're going to probably have a great season. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and send you back to celebrate with your teammates and your friends. And again, congrats on the victory here tonight. And we will see you next week in Daytona again.
Appreciate it. Yep.
All right, man. See you. Well, Dave, that caps off. That was Brenda Mathia. That caps off one heck of a race here in Daytona. Definitely gets me excited for what's to come here. As we can now going to show a full field rundown. We had Brenda Mathia as the winner. Alan Bledsoe second. Tommy Osborne came in third. Curtis Sauber was fourth. After having some trouble, that worked out really well for him after having the trouble with the 26 Chad Snyder. But coming in fourth, James Nelson fifth. Larry Stubblefield sixth. Chad Snyder seventh. Travis Juggles Rodriguez eighth.
Yeah, 9th is going to go to Gregory Robinson. 10th goes to Michael Kerjalak. 11th goes to Tyrone Yo Jr. 12th will be Michael Boone, and rounding out the field, and 13th will be Nathan Christensen.
Man, this was a heck of a race tonight. It was an absolute pleasure being back up in the booth again here for Sim World Racing Network at Daytona, watching some good racing going on.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited now after watching this. I wish I was out there tonight, but it was fun sitting here in the booth and, thinking about all the stress everyone else is under for a few laps there. So, but yeah, really looking forward now to getting back behind the wheel here on Tuesday night for the duels at Daytona.
Absolutely. I guess my dog wanted to be a part of this broadcast as well, so he's just chiming in a bit in the background there. Sorry about that. But, yeah, man, this was awesome. I had a great time. I hope the folks at home enjoy this video. For Dave and Dave here at Sim World Racing Network, this was the AARL QFRL Fun Race at Daytona, and we are out of here.